You know that mysterious canine respiratory disease that's going around? Well, Capone and I are going to answer some of your most common questions that you've been asking me. My name is Dr. Adam Chrisman, and I'm a veterinarian. Here's what we know as of November 24th, 2023. Which U.S. states that we know of have this respiratory disease for our dogs? Here's a list of the states that we know of where this respiratory disease is found. However, we're expecting it to be widespread because of the holidays that are here and because it's respiratory season in the United States. Number 2, what precautions should I take with my dog? Okay, this is a big one. At least for now, I would avoid dog-to-dog contact. So this means doggy daycare, boarding facilities, and grooming facilities. Definitely look to see if you can have a friend or someone that could do pet sitting at your house, mobile grooming. You can definitely walk your dog. You just want to avoid that nose-to-nose contact as best as you can. Consider it their version of socially distancing themselves. I said this in the other video and I mean it. Control the controllable. Get them vaccinated against canine influenza and Bordetella. And another thing that I didn't mention that I want to tell you now, make sure they're up to date on everything, including things like flea and tick and heartworm prevention. Dogs that can have a comorbidity. In other words, a dog that may have cancer or is going through Lyme disease or heartworm disease treatments. Those dogs can get much sicker with this respiratory disease because they have another illness going on. Make sure they're up to date on everything you can control. Question 3 is, should I be bringing my dog to the veterinarian? So it's a two-parter, yes and yes. Yes, if you suspect your dog having any respiratory signs, runny nose, or just not themselves. So that's part 1. And then part 2 to this, if you're concerned that they're going to get sick from something in the hospital, then you can ask your veterinarian maybe about curbside. We're very good at that. These clinics and hospitals have good ventilation systems, and they're prepared for these types of situations. Number 4, if my dog gets it or shows signs of it, what do I do? Definitely isolate the dog from any other dogs in the population and the house. Get them seen by the veterinarian. A typical respiratory infection can last somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks. This one's known to be lasting much longer. That's why we like for you to be seen right away with your dog. Next question is, how worried should I be? We suggest caution rather than worry. Periodic respiratory diseases and outbreaks are expected. This one just happens to be the latest version, and we're still finding out more information as it's unraveling. Next question is, how is this illness spread? Well, just like any respiratory disease, it comes from close contact and sharing the air with an infected dog. And this can even be barking, kennel to kennel. And to those of you worried about walking your dog, because it does vary on how dense of a population where you live, I would just walk your dog away from the other dogs. And one thing I always said, and I absolutely hate, do not use communal water dishes. Everywhere you should go, it should be BYOB, bring your own bowl. They're all collapsible water dishes now. So don't share their dog toys and squeaky toys and chew toys. My kids aren't spoiled. Should I allow my dog to sniff? This is another one where you just use caution. So yes, if there's a communal area, no. So do the best you can, because I know depending on where you live, it's easier said than done. Other question is, what's currently being done to diagnose and to treat this respiratory disease? So your veterinarian is going to use physical exam findings and then diagnostic tests such as this one. This is a PCR panel test to look for all the respiratory diseases. It doesn't cover that one, but it rules out a lot of the other ones. This is so crucial to rule all those ones out, to rule the mysterious respiratory disease in. Where can you learn more? One is the American Veterinary Medical Association's website and the Department of Agriculture's National Veterinary Services Laboratory. Be sure to follow me here on TikTok and Instagram, Adam_Chrisman, as I continue to keep you up to date as this is constantly evolving very quickly. Keep your fur babies safe out there.